Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am your host La Sombra. Today we're going to be going over Battlefield 6's Battle Royale mode, what I like to call Battlefield Royale because they're about to change the game. Will they be able to dethrone the current king of Battle Royale, Warzone? In my opinion, I think they're going to give it a very good shot. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to risk it all and show you some of the leaked footage of the intro to the Battle Royale mode, the drop-in sequence. But first, let's get into it, talk about some of the traits, training, and classes, and how the overall Battlefield Battle Royale experience is going to feel. Alright, let's get into the article here, directly from EA. So, the deadliest ring in Battlefield. We set out to bring the most dangerous ring in gaming to Battle Royale that instantly kills players upon contact. With urgent warnings as the fire approaches, soldiers will be pushed into more intense firefights as the game space continues to shrink. There's no jumping in and out of it. Little jab to Warzone there. No using it for cover or walking through it. If you get caught, you're done. So that's going to be a very interesting element that people are going to have to take into consideration as they strategize with their squad. There's no more hugging the ring line and jumping in and out of it and using it as cover as they stated. So that's going to change the strategy a little bit, and as the map shrinks smaller and smaller, it's going to make for some interesting firefights in my opinion. Classes, training, and traits. Each squad gets to plan and choose each of the classes they will bring into battle, from a balanced squad of 4 classes to a focus squad that's all one class. Your team will use the unique strengths and weaknesses of their class to adapt and overcome unique tactical scenarios they encounter in the Battlefield Royale experience. Once the match begins, they are not able to change their class. Okay, so that's going to make some interesting things as well. What I would like to see is potentially a mode where you're only allowed to have 1 class per player, which would be very interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see how a full team of demolition guys roll, like how that works out. And I know DICE through Battlefield Labs is taking into consideration a lot of that data as well. And right now I think we only have information on the assault class, and that one of their perks is let's continue reading. Players start the match with 2 default gadgets from their chosen class. During each match, players level up by earning XP through a variety of methods, such as defeating an opposing player, bonuses for finishing off the entire squad, or completing missions. Be on the lookout for intel cases. Finding these is crucial as they will provide XP for the whole squad. So that will help level up the entire squad. So these intel cases are going to be very important. And I think this is another element. I'm not sure, I haven't played Warzone in a long time, so let me know down in the comments below if this is something similar to Warzone or something that is completely new with these intel style cases. It's definitely new with the leveling up your class during the game, improve the efficacy of your squad mid-game. So that is an element that I do not believe is in Warzone. As players level up through their training, they will gain access to new traits that enhance their chosen class and give both them and their squad a tactical edge in the match. One example would be that assault class being faster at equipping an armor plate, which makes them harder to defeat in the next or current firefight. That wouldn't be too bad. So let's say you down a player, but one of their homies comes around the corner, you can run, dump your plates in real quick and get back into the firefight, because they're going to think that your armor is broken, but you are able to quickly get that back in and get back into the firefight. So the arms race. Throughout each map, players will explore the map, complete missions, and battle for loot to define their arsenal. There are 5 tiers of weapons to loot along with attachments. So in the leaks, you do see, which I will leave the links down in the description below to the Reddit leak, you do see that when you open some loot boxes, you have purple weapons. I don't think I've seen blue, but there's different color variations. Like when you're playing RPGs, there's like the legendary, epic, and your common weaponry. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out during the game. Missions will have squads trying to complete objectives that offer rewards to gain competitive edge over their opponents. Tasks range from unlocking high-value caches to planting explosives. Missions details will outline the available rewards like weapons cache, vehicle key, or mobile redeploy unit, leaving it up to each squad to decide, is the risk worth the potential reward? One thing I did see in one of the leaks was them planting explosives at one of the MCOMs which is very loud and takes a little while. So, you know, you're signaling to the enemy players in the area. And I saw another team, they got a tank key or something. So they opened up a trailer. It was really slow, but they opened it up. APC popped out. They do have limited ammunition with the APC. However, through the leak, and as I continued watching it, I did notice they were able to roll up to one of those resupply stations and resupply their tank, which I am not 100% sure I agree with. I think it should be a limited amount of ammo, and then once you're out, you're done. But we'll see. I feel like that could lead to some imbalances in the gameplay if they can have the tank for the entire match if they get it early on, which would just lead to them winning essentially. Unless, however, on the flip side, squads might have to band together in order to take out the tank and eliminate this very high threat team. Maybe once you get a tank, you become a target that gives higher XP. So there's some things to think about with that situation of it. Let me know what you think down in the comments, if they should be able to resupply, if you think it's going to be overpowered once one team gets a tank. I wonder if multiple teams can get a tank. We will find that out in the future. So let's transition to this one. All right, now I just want to kind of go over this. This I just found very interesting. How kind of just as a matter of fact, Battlefield and the developers are at the moment with the leaks and everything. I'll just read through this little tweet here from Battlefield Bulletin. Following IGN's interview, technical director Christian Boole talked about their approach to Battlefield 6's leaks, and how Ripple Effect made it a little bit harder for people to leak things, but kept its sights set on one goal: get the game in front of players even though they know it would end up leaking. That is key right there. Thank you very much. You guys are absolutely killing it with this game development cycle, involving the community, being open and honest with the community about the changes. You guys are doing a fantastic job. And then he just goes on to say, I remember at one point making a big decision that said, what will leak? Everything. Like, we just started with that assumption that things would leak. Now, to be clear, we didn't want things to leak, quote unquote. I'm sure they didn't. The leaks are getting them more publicity. The leaks are getting people more excited to play the game. It's beneficial for them. Of course, we don't want to see everything within the game. It's your choice to watch the leaks or not. But in the grand scheme of things, I do think it does benefit them in the long run, because people are going to get much more excited for the Battlefield Royale or campaign when they release it on September 26th. In 2 weeks here, 13 more days. Or is it the 27th? I can't remember. Well, that was a quick look and quick overview of what we could expect to see in the Battlefield Battle Royale mode. In my opinion, I do think there is a very high possibility they could potentially be very, very good competition for Warzone, just because of the elements of the different missions, the vehicles, that gaining XP within the game to level up your squad, the destructive environments, the insta-death circle. Like, it's going to bring so many new elements that a lot of people have been craving from a new Battle Royale experience. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that Battlefield can dethrone the current king, Call of Duty Warzone? Now, as promised, here is the 1-minute footage of the leaked Battlefield Battle Royale intro. Let's take a look at this together. Hopefully, I mean, my channel's kind of small, so hopefully I don't get struck down. Maybe I can afford one, we'll see. Woohoo! Yo, this is sick. Look at this intro right here. I'm telling you, those eyes look kind of creepy, but it is alpha. I mean, it's still looking pretty good in the alpha.
Hostiles are dropping into the target area and need to be stopped. I'll point, you hustle. Smoke everyone down there.
That's crazy. This map's gonna be huge.
You are good to go to deploy.
This map is huge. As you can see, you get green smoke for your team. Look at that. Oh, that's cool at the bottom there, the formation thing. But yeah, well, there's your intro screen for the Battlefield Battle Royale. Thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe. Come back and watch more content. We're going to be going over Battlefield 6 heavily. Adios, muchachos. La Sombra out.